We're gonna watch the Honor Skins and More dev update by League of Legends. We're getting a little update. Meddler and Pabro are about to answer.
Hey folks, I'm Andre, also known as Meddler.
And I'm Paul, aka Pabro, the newish EP for League. Today is Thursday, August 8th, so as usual, anything that happens after today won't be covered.
Now, for this dev update, we'll be doing something a little different. We don't have a lot of, really chunky new topics to share, so we're going to be answering some questions we've received from many of you instead. We'll be back with a regular dev update in September though.
So, let's get started.
Okay, so question for you, Paul.
Okay.
From a player in North America. I've been playing Swarm since its release. Will it be permanent? What about Arena?
All right. At the time of this recording, you have all spent over 49 million hours fighting the Primordians.
It was so much fun.
Saw a lot of good player feedback, taking notes for future modes, especially from players looking for ways to play League outside of Summoner's Rift. We want to replicate all the fun and success of Swarm in new modes in the future, so thank you for playing. We haven't decided on Arena's future yet, but we'll be able to talk more about it in our State of Modes update, which includes coverage of Swarm, Arena, ARAM, and the future of modes in general in our next update. All right, so let's go on to this question from Korea. Streamers are having their games sniped by people looking to manipulate the game's outcome. What are you doing to fix this?
So we do not condone this abuse, and we're serious about fixing it. We've just shipped some changes in patch 14.15 to make the penalty for declining queues more severe. First penalty now starts at 2 declines instead of 4, leads to a 5-minute suspension, that then ramps up to 30 minutes and then 12 hours. We want to see how this change lands. We're certainly open to additional changes to how the decline functionality works if needs be, but there are some trade-offs from those to think.
So basically, if people are trying to stream snipe, if you decline to queue pops, then you start getting penalties, which is actually pretty solid, especially for the high elo streamers, because that means if people are queuing up and they see that the streamer isn't getting a queue pop, then they won't accept it. So I think that's pretty solid.
Increasing time to get into game, or putting AFK players into lobbies, making those eventually get reset when they auto-dodge. So, keeping a close eye on the problem, open to further changes if needs be, but there's a bunch of complex trade-offs for us.
This one comes from Europe. It feels like ADCs have taken over the game recently, and now I have to play them mid. Is this gonna get changed anytime soon?
So we made some changes to ADCs
Boo!
at the start of Split 2 to try and address some long-running satisfaction problems amongst ADC players. That's had some unintended consequences though, and we've seen ADCs get a lot more play and high MMR and pro play in other lanes. We've got some changes in flight right now that should be live by the time you see this video in 14.15 and 14.16 to bring their power back down.
2 thumbs down!
This is one of those cases where what we're looking to achieve and what we actually achieved didn't quite line up, unfortunately. But as with all these sort of situations, if we miss the mark on something, we'll go back, keep working on it.
Buff Bork back!
So from players in China, it feels like my games are decided by how many fill players there are, especially in Diamond Plus. Are there plans to make autofill players on each team equal?
We care that when you load in, both teams feel like they have an equal chance of winning.
They don't.
So by the time you're hearing this message, we'll have shipped changes in mid-August that should better balance the amount of autofilled and secondary players in each team. Now, matchmaking is something we saw a lot of questions on, so we'll do a deeper dive in our next dev update. From Brazil, can you bring back Honor opponents?
Yes!
I mean, short answer, yes.
Do
in
it.
September, you'll be able to honor opponents again, and you'll be able to honor multiple.
Hey, they're bringing back honoring opponents. They said in September we can honor opponents again. I love that.
Teammates. We're making some other changes to the honor system as well. We'll talk about those more soon. Okay, next up we got a question from a player in LATAM. Are you doing anything to fix people inting my games?
Not you specifically, Andre, but for everybody else on the planet, we definitely want to make changes here because it sucks when it happens to us too.
Facts.
It's a difficult space to get right, but we're making some changes to our detection systems to improve this. We'll have to focus more on a total set of behaviors across more games and things like selling items to buy fairy charms, wasting ult on cooldown, report rate over many games. We're gonna have to study a lot. This work is still ongoing, but we are optimistic that it should have a much higher success rate of detecting griefers.
When?
So we're expecting to trial this in the next few months. We also have a devlog that's out now that goes into more detail on both the honor system and our improved griefing detection, so stay tuned.
Okay, so like, I feel like that was a very PR answer for the simple fact that like, they said in the next couple of months, we need something getting into play now. We need it today, baby. We need it today because there are so many AFKers, enters, like he said, people using their ult on cooldown, flashing in place, running around in base, buying a bunch of ruby crystals. Like, we need something like immediate. We need something immediate.
All right, so this next question comes from Southeast Asia. My friends who are new to League are placed too high. They lose a lot, they get flamed, and they don't want to play. What are you doing to fix this?
Okay, so there's 3 things we're working on right now. The first is Vanguard removing bots has made it so the matchmaking system gets much better data about how new players are actually doing because they're not getting matched against or compared to bots when their skill is being calculated. Second, for new players to ranked, we recently added a 10 normal SR game requirement to all accounts before they're allowed to play ranked at all. That gives us a lot more data on how players' skill will actually perform there, rather than just comparing them to how they did in ARAMs or RGMs or whatever. And then third, we're also currently working on more improvements to how we detect smurfs in general, so that they're placed more accurately. Here we've got a question from, well, actually a lot of players all over the place. Did Vanguard actually stop botting in League, like you said it would? Is Vanguard working?
All right, the short answer is yes, and let me hit you with some stats. Ranked scripting fell below 1% for the first time in 4 years. Only 1 in 200 ranked games has a scripter, and we have seen very few false positives, but several cases of accounts being stolen or shared with cheaters. Now, cheaters are running out of accounts, so please don't give them yours.
Side note here, if you haven't already enabled email multi-factor authentication, please do. That'll really help prevent this. It'll help you a lot.
There have been some integration.
Do y'all have that turned on? Type 1 in chat if you have the 2-factor authentication or whatever. How many of y'all got that turned on? Because I don't have it turned on, but I'm thinking about possibly turning it on, especially with them telling us to turn it on. Oh, some of y'all got it turned on. Okay, period. All right. Yeah, I'll make sure to do that post stream then.
Mainly with old or vulnerable drivers or certificates, and we have seen issues with leaving your client running for long periods of time or launching on 2 machines. This can cause issues with Vanguard, and we're working to make sure these issues don't happen again. We haven't seen any Vanguard cause problems with boot looping or bricking machines, but let us know if you experienced it. The biggest complaint we are seeing is, why does this have to run?
I don't know, Kenia.
Microsoft is making some changes to Windows. We may get to a point where Vanguard may not have to do this in the future. We'll see how this goes and give you an update as soon as we can. We're starting to see bad actors move to Mac, so Mac Vanguard should be coming soon. You can read about that and more today in our dev blog made by our Wizardly Vanguard team.
Next we have a question from a player in North America. Do you have an update on the Champion Mastery emotes that you promised you'd be updating?
We do. We've gone through a few explorations, but we've landed on this. Now, our goal was to respect the previous design.
Okay. Because, yeah, these up here, no ma'am. But these down here are respectable. They are respectable. Oh, hold on. Let me move me so y'all can see. That is respectable right there. Okay. I'm not mad at that. They look and feel more in your facey.
Players love while figuring out a way to make them look different and updated. We want to get your feedback on this new version, so please do let us know what you think. All right, Andre, here.
I still very much think, like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Okay, let's compare this to what they were before, right? Old Mastery Emote League of Legends, right? So, y'all, this is what we got now, and this is what they were before. You know, they did look cute before. I'm not gonna lie. They did look cute before. I like the contrast of the green better in the old ones. Here, let me pull this up closer so y'all can see it. I won't lie, these did look good with the contrast of the green, and it looks more like these look like bronze. These look like bronze. I don't know. You kind of like the new ones? I think the new ones are fine. It's definitely better than what we have right now. Definitely better than what we have right now. They look like they from Temu. Oh. I don't know. I feel like this was very much, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, these are still cute, still good. Like, bring that back. Like, it is a merge between the old and the new. I do agree. Now, is there anyone in chat who would be upset if they were like, yo, screw it, let's just go back to what it was before? Is there anybody think like, oh, I would hate it if they went back to what it was before. I don't think anybody would be mad. I don't think anybody would be mad. The animation was fantastic and the way that it sounded. Just anything but the ones we have now. Yeah. Yeah. I want to know why they thought to change it. Was it like they look clunky? Like, what was it? Yeah, I don't really care for the new ones. The OG was so in your face, and that's what I loved about it. It was like it was BM in its own form. You know what I'm saying? Like you flash it, and it was loud, and it like when you have Mastery 7, it would boom boom like in your face. Like
figuring out a way to make them look different and updated.
Anyways,
we want to get your feedback on
let's
this new
continue.
version, so please do let us know what you think. All right, Andre, here comes another question from players in Oceania, which I believe you're familiar with, yes? Okay, why do you force champions into existing thematics?
So a lot goes into the process of selecting what theme we're going to use for champion skins. Sometimes that's an existing thematic that players really want to see a champion in. Sometimes that's particular aspects of a champion's personality or whatever. But we are going through a bit of an update right now where we're going to put less focus on existing skin lines, as our starting point at least, and a bit more focus on, hey, what does this particular champion need from a new skin? So we're gonna look more at their portfolio, figure out what they're lacking, whether that's skins that really closely align with their base existing theme, or things that actually take aspects of their personality in ways that work but really reinvent them. Like, what if Azir was a practitioner of the law?
Whoa! Whoa! Hold on!
Let's go.
This is Lawyer Azir? Why his face look like that? Why his face look like that, y'all? He cute. He cute. I think he giving body. He giving muscle. He giving a little bit of muscle. This is a cute. Oh my gosh, y'all, look, it's Dr. Mundo in the back. Can y'all see that?
Yeah, we want to have that.
Wait, go, thank you. It's Dr. Mundo back here. You see Corporate Mundo? Who else we got in the back? Who else back here? I don't really see nobody else. Waist on thinner. Talk about it. Talk about it. No, this is Azir. They said, what if Azir was a law practitioner? I think this is a cute skin. Like, the splash art is cute. I don't know. His face is just giving little head, big neck, little waist, big body. Like, I don't know. Now, where do you see Mundo? Mundo's back here. You see right by his hand? That's Corporate Mundo. Dorito chip, if you will. Truly, truly. If you do this, like, then it's cute. Hey, look at me. If you do that, it's cute. But I don't know. You got big body.
Yeah, we want to have that wide range of vibes and just like feel.
Smash or pass? Oh. I don't think I can do it.
We want to have that wide range of vibes and just like feel for these skins in ways that still make sense for the champion they are. Sometimes that means, you'll get things like the B skin line. Sometimes that'll mean things like, Rain Shepherd to really enhance existing champion fantasies. If you want to hear more about how we choose skins, we've got a dev blog out now that goes into a lot more detail. And to spoil some stuff from it, the upcoming prestige skin list is Zeri, Diana, Swain, and Caitlyn.
Okay, so this one.
Caitlin's getting a second prestige! Woo! It should have been Jinx, but we lit! We freaking lit! Yeah, I think Zeri deserves a prestige, honestly. I'll say deserved. It should have been Samira. Facts. Speak on it.
Comes from everyone. When are you gonna delete Yuumi?
Yeah, so we're not gonna be doing that. We're gonna be adding Yuumi's sister, Tumi, instead. Tumi will have 2 books. Will be permanently attached. We'll have double crit. We'll have a 3-hit, a 4-hit, and a 5-hit passive. Multiple dashes. Global ults. Yes, multiple global ults. Can
It's a meme.
Lisa and has his entire kit when she needs it. And is also Yasuo and Yone's sister. Alright, that's all we have
He
for
said,
today.
and is also Yasuo and Yone's sister. I'm freaking dead, bro.
Let us know if you like this format, and we'll try it again sometime. Or if you like, we can try something completely different.
Don't get too wild here.
But also, don't forget to check out the dev blogs we mentioned today.
We do want to take a minute to remind you that this October we'll be celebrating 15 years of League. We'll be sharing some stories from you, have some missions you can complete for free rewards.
Did we not just celebrate 10 years of League with that Annie Tibber skin? It's about to be 15? Are you kidding?
All as we ramp up for Worlds 2024.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the Rift.
Bye.
Holy freaking moly, dude. I swear we just celebrated 10 years of League of Legends. That's crazy, my boy. Y'all think that Azir skin actually gonna make it to the Rift? Ain't no way League older than some of the people who play it. I'm saying. No, when he said Yumi's sister, I was like, ain't no way. And then he was actually memeing, which is really good.